Hello and welcome back to Mabel Donkey's Corner. In this video, I am going to be talking about the second half of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, specifically the 2.5 HD Remix collection. Um, as I've specified before in previous videos, this collection is two collections as one collection. It's Kingdom Hearts. It's par for the course to be a little bit complicated. Um, last video, I already talked about the 1.5 HD remix, and now again, we're going to be talking about the 2.5 side of things. So, let's get into it. So, in the previous video, I left off on the game 358 Days Over 2. Now, by release order, that didn't happen yet. By release order, it was just Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and then, finally, Kingdom Hearts 2. And this is actually, by the way, this is a manga. Excuse me. This is a manga where that shows off some extra details that's not really in the games. And you can see how beat up it is. I actually got this at middle school. Middle school's like book fair. I've had it with me ever since. I've never had any of the other volumes, even though I probably should get around to doing that. Anyway, the game opens up with a mysterious new character, Roxas. What happened to Sora? So if you played Chain of Memories, you would know that he is sleeping. But a lot of people didn't play the portable game. They didn't play Chain of Memories because a lot of people would just assume that, oh, it's just a spin-off game. It's just a side game. It doesn't matter. There is no such thing as a side game or a spin-off game within Kingdom Hearts. They're all important. They're just different chapters lengths. I know I really should just like calm down with that. So you are introduced with a character named Roxas, and if you skipped Chain of Memories, you would be confused just like Roxas in the beginning portion of Kingdom Hearts 2. You'll be absolutely confused. You would have no idea what's going on. It's it's really hard to explain, but like when you play through the game and you skipped Chain of Memories, you'll be constantly wondering what's going on here. Why is it like this? And then you find out that there's a whole other game that you just missed that actually explains everything. So you have this unique experience of falling into a trap of, okay, I'll just play the game either after you play Kingdom Hearts 2, or like you'll stop everything when you realize that there's another game that you missed, and you just stop Kingdom Hearts 2 in the beginning and you go back to play Chain of Memories. Either way, Chain of Memories is going to get played. You got to find out what happened. A lot of characters that were introduced in Chain of Memories, specifically Axel, like they are fleshed out completely in Kingdom Hearts 2. So what is Kingdom Hearts 2 actually about? You open up as Roxas on the last week of summer vacation. Wait, this whole time, we have not had any kind of like school or government anything besides like Mickey Mouse being a king, and even then, the kingdom doesn't really exist. Like, we don't see anything. It's all just implied to be there, but it's not. So, like, just starting the game off with, like, a summer vacation, a kid being in summer vacation. What is this? Why? Where's Sora? Give me Donald and Goofy. Give me Donald. You play through it, everything just starts being this wild mess. Diz from Chain of Memories shows up and starts like taunting Roxas. And throughout the course of the 7 days that you are playing, Roxas's whole world becomes unraveled. like just kept pulling on that string slowly until like he realizes that he, quote unquote, should not exist. He is told that he should not exist by Naminé, who is still at this point a complete and total anomaly. She has the powers of memories, but only when it comes to being about Sora specifically. We'll get more into that later on, but right now, yeah, that's basically what it is. And Naminé just is trying to help Roxas get through all of this without too much pain. But Diz is very happy to just poke the bear, provoke, you know. Um, so as the final day shows up, Roxas starts to remember things. If you did play 358 Days Over 2, which again did not come out until after Kingdom Hearts 2, um, but a lot of things would start to make sense here. But even still, without having played that game, you would have this a full understanding that okay, you the player will not know what's happening, but Roxas does remember. Like he remembers everything before summer vacation. He remembers his whole life up to that point. Um, and everything is just like coming together with him, and he is frustrated. He is frustrated, and he lets himself be taken in by Sora, who will wake up within the next few minutes. Sora is finally the main character, and he takes what is it? He becomes the main character again. He goes through this world that Roxas has called home, and even though Roxas knows that it was all fake, he still like feels things, and it's very heavily implied, at least right now, that it's not outright said, but it's very heavily implied that Roxas is sitting inside of Sora. Um, and that's a very important thing. So you have like Roxas just kind of hanging out inside of Sora, just seeing everything. And Roxas, in the little simulation world that he was a part of, he made friends with three local kids, Hayner, Pence, and Olen. When it came time for Sora to say goodbye, a little bit of Roxas came out, and Sora started crying. He not knowing why, but there you go. I'm just jumping over a lot. What was it? Sora is completely confused as to where he is. The last thing he remembers is the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1, where he starts. He is chasing Pluto out into the fields with Donald and Goofy by his side. That's all he does remember. Trying to find the best way to tell the story the best I can. As Sora gets to like the top of this world, there's like a train station. He meets up with King Mickey, who is wearing a black coat. It's very, very strange. Why is he wearing a black coat? If you did play Chain of Memories, that kind of is explained. Chain of Memories explains that the coat that he is wearing is protection against darkness, and it's also a way to hide from the organization, just as like a little safety net, just to make sure everything's all good, So King Mickey shows up in a black coat, gives Sora some items like money and dips. Okay. And now at that point, Sora, Donald, and Goofy have decided that they're going to stick together even longer, just to follow through on what they need to do. There was a kind of like a little implication that, okay, well, the first game, like mission's already done, the worlds are saved, they can go their merry way separate. But no, they decided to like actually stick together, and there's like a solid reason for that too. Um, Sora boards this magical train, and I know I'm just jumping a lot there. He goes on this magical train and goes to the opposite side of the world, where he finds Pete, the Disney character Pete, Peg Leg Pete, but without the peg leg. He actually has both legs, which I think is kind of weird. I'll get back to that being weird in a second. Um, so Pete actually has command over some Heartless. Uh, he's kind of a goofball, but he doesn't. But the fact that he can summon Heartless is a problem in itself. Sora, you know, takes care of the matter and goes inside this tower that Pete was sending Heartless into. Um, there they find Master Yen Sid. If you've seen, was it Fantasia, you would know the big Mickey Mouse short that everybody knows, the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Yen Sid is that sorcerer, um, and Yen Sid is Disney backwards. I know. If you haven't, if you didn't figure that one out before, there you go. I just gave you that one. That's a freebie. Um, so it's here talking to Yen Sid that we finally discover what is really going on. Roxas um, was. No, you don't find out about that here. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. King Mickey, before, when he showed up and gave Sora some stuff, he helped fight off these white creatures. Now, we're used to the Heartless being like the main antagonist of the first game and Chain of Memories. But now there's these like white creatures just like slithering all over the place. Um, it's Yen Sid that describes what they are. They are nobodies. It's kind of a misnomer. Uh, the nobodies are empty shells of what Heartless leave behind. So if you have like one full person, the heart becomes the Heartless. There goes the misnomer. And the body becomes the nobody. Brilliant naming scheme. I know. So you find out that, okay, these are the nobodies, and they're causing a big problem. So Sora agrees to go through the different worlds and, you know, stop the nobody threat from coming up. And yeah, that's really the long and short of it. He goes through these different Disney worlds, you know, Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, proper this time, not just Hollow Bastion with Beauty and the Beast on top of it. Um, what else was there? Olympus Coliseum is back, but we also have some newcomers. We have, what is it? The Pride Lands, Pirates of the Caribbean, Nightmare Before Christmas, but this time we actually do the movie story at least a little bit. It's nice. Um, yeah, okay. So if the first game was just like, let's take the stories of the Disney movies and make it its own like original story, Kingdom Hearts 2 is just either a like the most direct adaptation as they can for the actual movies, or if they did enough of an adaptation in the first game, they'll just do the sequels. And yeah, that there you go. So let's take Aladdin for an example. The Aladdin world is coming out. Um, wow, words. Aladdin world is coming up, and we see that it's not just adapting the first Aladdin movie. Instead, it's actually adapting the sequel film, Return of Jafar, and that's really cool. Like they actually do a little bit of a continuation. Although it does kind of suck that the Little Mermaid got screwed over in this. The Little Mermaid does show up in both the first Chain of Memories and now in the Kingdom Hearts 2. The first game did enough of a good job that it covered the first movie. Um, I guess everybody just has amnesia now because Kingdom Hearts 2, uh, everybody just forgot what happened in the first game except for like one quick reference, but they're playing through the same beats as the movie. It's weird. Um, Ooh, get myself a little bit worked up here. So, as you go through all these Disney worlds, like you're playing through like the events of the movies. You're playing through them, and at some point, you get sent back to Hollow Bastion. Now, you had already gone to Hollow Bastion before, and I don't mean just like the first game. In the second game as well, like you meet up with like the Traverse Town gang, Yuffie, Aerith, Leon, and what is it, Sid. Um, and you also even see the castle from Hollow Bastion, that is just completely swarming with Heartless. There, the organization members had revealed themselves to Sora that they intend to cause some mischief, and they're just egging Sora to go on and try and stop them. They also call him Roxas. If you played 358 Days Over 2, you would know that like they realize what happened, and they're trying to bring out Roxas out of Sora. Ooh, talking too much. Let me take a little soda break. Coca-Cola. This is not a sponsor. I just had it with me. I just need a little thing. All right. So you periodically go back to Hollow Bastion, and the second time that you go back to Hollow Bastion, when it gets really interesting, really interesting. You go find this computer, and you get sent to the world of Tron Space Paranoids. That by itself is cool. Everybody loves Tron. How can you not? Um, but besides that, it's just the implication of that second visit. Tron being like a computer world functions more than just being a world. You know, it actually has some context to Hollow Bastion because again, Tron is just a computer with all the data and all that. Uh, Tron's user used to be Ansem, the villain of the first game. Whoa. Uh, trying to collect my thoughts here. I'm so sorry. I'm blanking out. Um, when it's revealed that Ansem was the one who was working on Tron, they need a password, and it's the door to darkness. That's very strange. That's very suspicious. Why? Why is Ansem so invested? Are we gonna find out some more information on Ansem? King Mickey shows up in a very famous meme. Did someone mention the door to darkness? If you know the meme, you know the meme. Um, and it's here that the biggest bombshell is just dropped on us. Uh, the biggest bombshell is dropped on us that the person that we fought in the first game is not Ansem. We fought the Heartless of a person named Xehanort. And Xehanort was the apprentice to Ansem. Xehanort took the name Ansem after he betrayed Ansem and got a bunch of his buddies to go along with him and created like a kind of a coup. And suddenly, everything goes to shit. Now the Heartless from that were swarming the Hollow Bastion Castle are starting to attack, and the nobodies are also on the offensive. They're just really clashing with each other, trying to maintain dominance over the world. And then you have all the heroes just trying to stop everything from blowing up and everything. Um, what is it? Goofy dies. Goofy gets hit in the head and is completely knocked out. Sora uh, has to fight out uh, 1,000 Heartless, and it turns out that Goofy's not dead. Although that's a really cool moment. Mickey takes off the black coat and just says, come get me." Because again, like wearing the black coat means that he is trying to hide from the organization. He takes off the black coat. He's signaling everybody exactly where he is at all times, and he's just saying, "Come get me." Ooh, that soda got me. After fighting the 1,000 Heartless and Goofy is alive and everything is okay, uh, one of the organization members shows up, Saix. He has blue hair, um, and he explains to Sora that he's falling straight into their trap and there's nothing he can do about it. Every time that Sora defeats a Heartless, the hearts get released. That's what the nobodies want. They want the Heartless to be released, the hearts to be released from the Heartless, so that way they can collect the hearts. There is no situation where Sora cannot fight the Heartless, or else the Heartless are hurting people. So it becomes this paradox. Sora becomes disheartened. He's destroyed. He needs a little pep talk from Donald and Goofy, and you know it's a pretty heavy moment, to be fair. Um, Now is the second half of the game. The second half goes by a little bit faster. It's you go through all of the Disney worlds again, but this time you have different organization members coming in and trying to take control of whatever situation is there. That's not true all the time. There's like the what was it? The Olympus Coliseum. That's just the story just continuing even more. But on the whole, yeah, the story just continues with organizations members just showing up and causing problems and Sora stopping them. As Sora completes each world and gets rid of the nobodies, um, there is a massive world just showing up at the top of the map, uh, and eventually, uh, Sora gets pulled to Twilight Town, the town that Roxas is from, that he was made into a digital world. Now everything is starting to come together. Sora finds out that there is a whole separate Twilight Town that he can access, and through that, he finds a secret doorway that helps him get to um, what is it? The nobody's homeworld. Now, I kind of glossed over this because it happens very quickly. Uh, Kairi was kidnapped during all of this. There is the character Axel. He has fiery red hair, and he is gonna see if I can find him in the manga here. There he is. Axel kidnaps Kairi and sends her into the big castle in the world that never was. That it's a nobody's homeworld. They are betwixt and in between, for all intents and purposes. They are the Twilight. They are the middle. There's no standing with them. So Sora finds out that she has been kidnapped, and now he's just like very intended, like he was always going to be fighting the nobodies, the Organization 13, but now they've made it extra personal. Um, while Sora is doing his thing, fighting off the organization, he was it Kairi is actually put in the same cell that Naminé is in. Naminé was also just kidnapped or thrown away. I can't remember which one it is. And the Organization 13 hasn't. Wow, has it. Jeez. The Organization 13 has Naminé, and they have. Uh, and they have Kairi. Why am I blanking out so hard right now? Um, and there they become like fast friends. Just there's not really anybody else to hang out with in this bleak and dreary world. Naminé uses some of her powers to help Kairi get away. And there she meets up with Ansem, the villain of the first game. Shows up wearing a black coat, and we're going to cut away from that. Sora shows up into this skyscraper city that's in the world that never was, and here he fights a hooded figure. The hooded figure is Roxas. Roxas bleeds out of Sora's heart, and they have a little match to the death to decide who should be the one in control. Roxas, of course, loses, and Sora is just that much better. And blah. And finally, they are able to go into the castle, just barring that little roadblock. By the way, that is a fun fight. That was not originally a fight. Sora versus Roxas. Originally, in the original Japanese version, as well as the international version, that was just a cutscene. It's not until the third release, Final Mix, that we actually got to play the fight. And it's a fun fight. It's a very intense one-on-one fight. Love everything about it. It's the music, the atmosphere, it really tests how well you are able to play the game at that point. So going on, getting into the castle, you fight more of the organization members, and you meet up with Ansem. And Ansem still has Kairi, and she lets it slip. Ansem is actually Riku. Riku got transformed into looking like Ansem, both mainly as like a Hail Mary during his fight with Roxas in 358 Days Over 2, which again did not come out until after Kingdom Hearts 2. So they were like really trying to like layer out the story. But yeah, so Ansem was turns out to be Riku. Kairi is there with them. They all have a nice little group hug. It's all nice and sweet. They take on a few more of the Organization 13 members, and they finally make it to the top of the castle, and make it to Xemnas. Xemnas, I kind of brushed past, but he is the main central villain in all of this. Xemnas is a Xehanort's Heartless. Why isn't he just Xehanort's nobody? If you've noticed, I said it before, Roxas, his name is just Sora X. Xemnas is the same thing, but with Ansem X. I don't know what this obsession is with Xemnas not wanting to call himself Xemnas. Why he chooses to have the name Ansem and Ansem X. I don't get it. I'm pretty sure, I get it, it's like this egotistical thing, like I'm gonna take the name of my master and just like ruin his reputation and all that. I get it, but by the time it's like Xemnas, like let it go, dude. Let it go. uh yeah, so just as they open the final door to get to Xemnas, everybody's kind of sent away. um Naminé makes a portal and takes care of what was it, Riku? No, jeez, words. The people that are sent away are like Kairi and the King Mickey. There is a little fight going forward, but like pretty much it's from the ending of the game. It is just Sora and Riku. Donald and Goofy are also ejected from the end of the final battle. It's kind of disappointing to level them all the way up and then they are just kind of useless for the final fight. Um, Sora and Riku, of course, they end up beating Xemnas, and they get sent to the Dark Realm. They get sent to Hell, and they're very bleak. Even Sora says that, you know what, everything's okay. Maybe it's time we should fight for the dark side instead. I don't know what was up with that. That's a wild line to say for your very pure-hearted character to say. Um, and they are saved by the power of Kairi. And Kairi, I totally brushed past this. Just before the final, like main final fight, before everybody got sent away, um, Naminé and Kairi fused and turned into one. Same thing like what happened with Roxas going into Sora, and it's revealed that Naminé is Kairi's nobody. She doesn't have a Heartless because Kairi is a princess of heart, so she's just a very pure being. Um, and the only reason that she has power over Sora's memory is just because like they were very close to each other. I guess Riku doesn't count in this. Gee, I wonder why. Um, and yeah, they say like the famous line, "We'll be together as long as Sora and Kairi are together." Roxas and Naminé, they had like a little thing going on there. I guess both being nobodies. Um, I, Finally, after like being saved from the realm of darkness, um, Sora and Riku are finally sent back to Destiny Islands, and there they are able to reunite with everybody on Destiny Islands and just have a happy, fun time. And as everything starts to wind down, they get one letter from King Mickey saying that their adventures are not done yet. That was just Kingdom Hearts 2. Just like in the previous video, it took off the majority of the time. I see I'm on almost 34 minutes. And this game, I was blowing through a lot of like the extra details too. So, this time there's not a lot of extra stuff in the final mix, but there is one specific thing. Um, in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix specifically, there is a fight in the Disney Castle that shows. Oh my god, I totally blanked out on Disney Castle. Yeah, Disney Castle. There's time travel there, by the way. Merlin, from the Sword and the Stone, shows up, makes a door to the past, and like totally makes like just lets Sora, Donald, and Goofy to just go into the past and fix a certain problem that's happening. There we see Pete with a peg leg, in the past, even though in the present day he has both legs. I don't know if like maybe he just has like a prosthesis for one of the legs, or what's going on there. Maybe he just regrew a leg. It's never clarified at all what's going on there. And also, by the rules of time travel within the series, this door is an anomaly and it breaks every rule of time travel that Kingdom Hearts would later have set up. Anyway, in the same room where the time traveling door is, there is a fight that shows up, and you can redo this fight many times, even after you beat this character. It is a thing called a lingering will. It is a suit of armor. It only speaks in clanks, and it calls Sora something. It calls Sora. I don't know. I can't remember what it says specifically. No, it thinks Sora is Xehanort. I don't know what's up with that. They don't look alike at all. Anyway, we're done with Kingdom Hearts 2. That's really all it is. Now with that, we're done with Kingdom Hearts 2. We have Kingdom Hearts Coded, or Recoded if you're in the US. Anytime there's a game that has re in it, it's just a remake. Recoded is the DS remake of Coded, and Coded was a mobile game that was released in Japan only, that nobody really got to play. And even if you did get to play it, all the text is in Japanese and all of the spoken lines are in Japanese. Good luck, unless if you know Japanese. I didn't know Japanese, so DS remake it is. In this game is very strange. Jimmy's journal. By the way, in every single game, we've had Jiminy Cricket as like this character that just like hangs out in Sora's pocket, just documenting the entire journey, keeping track of all the characters and collectibles and whatnot. In this game, Recoded, Jiminy's journal becomes messed up. Somehow, a book has viruses, like computer viruses. So you have King Mickey, Chip and Dale, Donald and Goofy, all on this computer trying to figure out what's going on with Jiminy's journal. So they decide to use a data Sora, a program of Sora, to go through Jiminy's journal and fix all of the bugs. It's really just like a very soft remake of the first game at that point. You go through a lot of the Disney worlds that are in the first game, and each world has its own little like gameplay style. Like Olympus Coliseum is a turn-based game all of a sudden, like classic Final Fantasy. It's really interesting. Wonderland is Metal Gear Solid. I really wish I was joking. It's just cool. And yeah, it's just strange. About halfway through the story, there's a flash of light, and was it Mickey Mouse, Chip and Dale, Donald and Goofy? They're all sent into the computer world, and they're locked away. Also, Jiminy's journal takes the personification of Riku. Anyway, that it literally does nothing until like the end, where like you're still going through a lot of the same Disney worlds. You're still just following through on their stories, and it's the same song and dance that we've done so many times. But this time you're also fighting bugs, like computer viruses in a journal, in a physical book. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Yeah, so the whole crew is stuck inside the computer, and they need to find a way out. Um, at around the same time, Maleficent returns. By the way, she was revived in Kingdom Hearts 2. Totally glossed over that. She has no main fights or anything. She just kind of shows up in some cutscenes and then just dips. Um, she shows up in Recoded, um, and really tests Zeta Sora. Um, I really wish there was like more to it than that, but she breaks the digital keyblade that Sora was using, and Data Sora just manifests a keyblade, I guess. Um, and it's there that it's spoken through that was it hearts can be formed in worlds. So Jimmy's journal does have a heart. So from that heart, Data Sora was able to manifest a Keyblade again. But this time it was real. Um, Data Sora fights off this major glitch back in Destiny Islands in the very end of the game, and Maleficent also hijacks Data Riku and turns him into a problem, kind of like what happens in the first Kingdom Hearts game, where Riku just became a problem for a little bit. Sora beats him up and everything's okay. Um, yeah, that's really it. Um, at the end of it all, they have to reboot the world, so Data Sora loses all of his memories. Everything that's happened just gets completely wiped away. Um, there's a little extra thing that got added, like an extra episode in Recoded specifically, that talks about characters that are still in hurt. Um, and it implies that there are other characters that need to be saved and rescued. And we get brief flashes of three characters. One of them kind of looks like Roxas. It's kind of weird, but we don't know what's going on with that yet. Um, and that's really it, except for like one secret ending where King Mickey is talking to Master Yen Sid, and Yen Sid breaks the news that he has a little fear going on, that if you destroy the Heartless and you destroy the Nobody, the whole person gets reconstructed. Sora did kill off the Heartless Ansem and the Nobody Xemnas, so we might be getting the original Xehanort coming back. So who's Xehanort? Birth by Sleep. Alright, so Birth by Sleep is a very complex game. I don't even know where to begin with all of this. Okay, so you have Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. They're all three individual characters that you can play as, and each one has their own story. The beginning of the game, it is what is it? Aqua and Terra are training to become Keyblade Masters. They have to take this test called the Mark of Mastery. Terra fails because he has darkness in his heart, and Aqua passes and she becomes Master Aqua. What is it? They have a master named Ericus, and Ericus decided to have his bestie come over, Master Xehanort. Xehanort is this old man, doesn't look anything like Xehanort that we have seen in the past. Although it is, it's kind of just suspicious that they even have the same name, but people have the same name. It's okay. Shut up. After the little test, Master Xehanort talks to Terra and says, "You know what? You have some darkness. That's pretty cool of you. You should try and lean into it. Go into these other worlds, and maybe you can prove yourself, and show off what your power really is." Ventus, the the guy that kind of looks like Roxas, he is uh, like he sees Terra run away and decides I'm gonna go chase after him. He was being manipulated by this other character named Vanitas. Vanitas shows up. He's wearing this like black outfit that kind of looks like Riku when he was acting all evil. Um, and Aqua is sent by Master Ericus to babysit, basically. Go find Ventus, send him back home, and make sure Terra isn't messing things up. So that's pretty much it. You have Terra uh, accidentally falling to darkness, like accidentally helping the villains multiple times, and you have Ventus chasing after Terra the entire time, just seeing what Terra is leaving in his wake, and then you have Aqua being like, "What is wrong with all? What is wrong with both of you? Just stop this." She's basically the mom of the group, and she's just irritated whenever they do anything. Um, they do have like some get together moments, and Aqua even gets to meet a baby Kairi, uh, and there's a specific moment that happens with all three of them, although technically at the same time it happens at different times at the same time. There's in the game there's also like a little timeline grid so you know when things happen. um what is it, you have Terra show up first, I believe, uh in Destiny Islands, and meets up with baby Riku and baby Sora. And it's in this moment that uh, Terra sees that baby Riku is a strong heart. So he does this thing that guarantees that Riku will be next in line to have a Keyblade. We know how well that turns out if you played the very first game. Um, and it was all done to take care of Sora. When Aqua meets up with Kairi in Hollow Bastion, uh, Kairi accidentally touches Aqua's Keyblade and accidentally uh, does the right as well, very accidentally. Sora doesn't get that. Ventus doesn't. I don't. I don't remember what Ventus was doing there, if he even went at all. That's a going through all of these games. That's my one lapse in memory. Um, it's around this time that it is revealed that Ventus was originally an apprentice to Master Xehanort, and Master Xehanort saw that Ventus was too much, uh, like in between, not not doing enough, like good or bad, that he split him up into two creatures. Ventus is pure light, pure good, and the darkness was was sent out as Vanitas. Vanitas, by the way, has been sending out creatures all over the Disney world, spreading out these negative feelings of like abandonment and anger and frustration, and they all manifest in the form of the unversed. They're just negative emotions, just brought to life. Um, Master Xehanort's hope is to have Ventus be strong enough to fight Vanitas, and there they would create the Keyblade. That would be an X blade. Um, it is the final key needed to open Kingdom Hearts. Um, was it Master Ericus finds out of this plan and tries to kill Ventus, only to be stopped by Terra, who this whole time has been being manipulated by Master Xehanort to keep diving more and more and more into the darkness. Um, oof, so much. uh, anyway, um, Terra kills Master Ericus and is then like he just runs away, and they all meet up in a place called the Keyblade Graveyard. It is here that about 100 years ago there was this great Keyblade War where a lot of people just straight up died, and Master Xehanort's whole plan is to have, under the Keyblade War, to remake the worlds in his image, or at least how he thinks the world should be. So you have Terra, Ventus, and Aqua all fighting it out, each fighting their own little battles. Um, I'm just gonna go through like some of the important bits here. Um, Ventus and Vanitas do fight, and they have an inner struggle, inner turmoil, and it ends with Ventus, um, his heart being broken and fleeting out to Sora and Sora just takes in the heart and just heal and starts like using his heart to heal him, and there it stays. So Ventus is in a coma, uh, and you have Terra. Terra is pissed off at Xehanort for having him kill Ericus. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze. Uh, and they really start duking it out. Um, and it's through this one fight that Terra loses his body. Eric Xemnas realizes that he is old and he wants to continue living. So in order to preserve himself, he takes out his heart and shoves it into Terra, taking the body of a younger man. And that process, he immediately looks like the same Xehanort that we knew in Kingdom Hearts 2. Vanitas is on the ground while Ventus and Vanitas are fighting on an inner struggle. Physically, Vanitas takes over Ventus's body, and it's up to Aqua to stop him. Which still ends with the same result. Ventus does fall into a coma, he's not moving, and Terra and his body go missing. Thus begins the secret ending, or the final mission. Sorry, the that's what it's called. The final story, where Aqua chases Terra down to what was it, Hollow Bastion, and finds out that Terra has like something's wrong with him. The fight ends with both of them being sent down into the Dark Realm. Terra is like completely gone. Xehanort has amnesia at the moment, and Aqua sacrifices herself to make sure that they are not trapped in the Dark Realm with her. So, yeah, so the main trio, starting from the top, we have loses his body, stuck in hell, coma, and that's how the game does end. There is another chapter going forward where you see Aqua's adventures in hell. It's a very intense fight at the end, and it's only ever done in the Final Mix version. By the way, this game has a Final Mix version, and that's what you get in the collection. It leads into the very next game, kind of, 0.2. Although that was not the intention. There was originally going to be another game called Birth by Sleep Volume 2 um, that just never got made. But yeah, there you go. That is the entirety of Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Um, I hope I was able to cover it well enough. There was a lot of things I jumped over. You really got to play these games for yourself to really understand what's going on. I'm about to hit at 1 hour. I have like a little timer above here. You can't see that, so it's gonna be like down here. Um, yeah, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Woo.